Alan Ladd was born Alan Walbridge Ladd on September 3rd, 1913, in Hot Springs, Arkansas, into circumstances marked early by hardship and loss. His father died when Alan was just 4 years old, forcing his mother, Rachel, to move the family repeatedly in search of stability and opportunity. Eventually settling in California, young Alan grew up facing financial insecurity and health challenges, including childhood malnutrition that contributed to his shorter adult height. Yet, those early struggles forged a deep inner resolve. In high school, Ladd excelled in swimming and diving and developed a quiet discipline that would define his adult life. He also discovered an interest in acting, taking drama classes at North Hollywood High School. Though he did not yet imagine fame, these formative years planted the seeds for a career built on perseverance rather than privilege. The long road to a breakthrough Ladd's early years in Hollywood were far from glamorous. Throughout the 1930s, he worked behind the scenes as a grip and extra, supplementing his income with jobs as a carpenter and radio announcer. He endured countless rejections and remained overshadowed by taller, more traditionally imposing leading men. Still, Ladd refused to quit. His quiet demeanor masked a deep ambition, and he spent years refining his craft while waiting for a chance to prove himself. That opportunity finally arrived when talent agent Sue Carroll recognized his potential and became his fiercest advocate. Her belief proved transformative. In 1942, Ladd delivered a breakout performance as the haunted hitman Raven in This Gun for Hire. His restrained intensity and emotional complexity captivated audiences, launching him into stardom almost overnight and redefining what a screen hero could look like. Defining film noir and a studio star, following This Gun for Hire, Alan Ladd became one of Paramount Pictures' most reliable stars throughout the 1940s. He headlined a series of influential films, including The Glass Key, The Blue Dahlia, and Calcutta, portraying morally complex men navigating shadowy worlds. These performances helped shape the emerging film noir genre, establishing Ladd as the embodiment of the quiet anti-hero. His frequent pairing with Veronica Lake created one of Hollywood's most iconic duos, their chemistry elevating box office returns and audience fascination. Despite his fame, Ladd remained reserved and deeply private, preferring professionalism over publicity. While critics sometimes debated his range, audiences responded to his sincerity and emotional restraint. By the early 1950s, Ladd was firmly cemented as a leading man whose influence extended well beyond conventional stardom. Shane and an enduring legacy, Alan Ladd's most enduring performance arrived in 1953 with Shane, directed by George Stevens. In the role of a weary gunfighter seeking redemption, Ladd delivered a nuanced portrayal that balanced vulnerability with moral strength. His quiet presence gave the film its emotional core, allowing themes of violence, sacrifice, and restraint to resonate deeply with audiences. The final image of Shane riding into the mountains became one of cinema's most unforgettable moments. Although the film featured a strong ensemble, Ladd's subtle approach distinguished him from more flamboyant Western heroes. Shane would go on to be recognized as one of the greatest Westerns ever made, ensuring Ladd's place in film history. For many viewers, this role encapsulated everything that defined him as an actor: restraint, dignity, and emotional honesty, private life and enduring partnerships. Behind the scenes, Ladd's personal life was shaped by loyalty and responsibility. His first marriage to his high school sweetheart Midge Harold reflected the optimism of youth during uncertain times. Though their marriage ended in divorce, they shared a son, Alan Ladd Jr., who would later become one of Hollywood's most influential producers. Ladd's second marriage to Sue Carroll proved far more enduring. Carroll was not only his wife, but also his manager and strongest professional ally, guiding his career with remarkable insight. Together they raised a blended family that included children who would go on to work in film themselves. Their marriage weathered the pressures of fame, health struggles, and industry demands, providing Ladd with stability and protection from the harsher realities of Hollywood life. A career in transition. As Hollywood evolved in the late 1950s and early 1960s, Ladd found himself navigating an industry that no longer favoured his understated style. New acting trends and changing audience tastes made it harder to secure leading roles. Though he continued working and explored producing, his later films received mixed responses. At the same time, he faced increasing health challenges, including chronic pain, insomnia, and depression. These struggles quietly weighed on him as he attempted to maintain professional momentum. Still, Ladd never abandoned his craft. His final screen appearance in The Carpetbaggers offered a reflective closing chapter to a remarkable career. For those who understood his journey, the role symbolized both resilience and the bittersweet reality of an actor outliving his era. A difficult professional rivalry. Despite his reputation for courtesy and restraint, Alan Ladd experienced one professional relationship that proved deeply unsettling. During the production of Shane, tension emerged between Ladd and co-star Jack Palance, whose intense acting style sharply contrasted Ladd's reserved approach. Palance's physical presence and immersive method created an atmosphere that Ladd reportedly found uncomfortable and distracting. Crew members later recalled that the dynamic between the two men was strained, though never openly hostile. For Ladd, who valued precision and control on set, the experience was emotionally taxing. While their on-screen conflict elevated the film's dramatic power, the personal discomfort lingered. Ladd rarely spoke about the experience later, choosing silence rather than public criticism, a decision consistent with his lifelong aversion to confrontation and controversy. Overshadowed by a powerful performance. The critical acclaim Jack Palance received for Shane added another layer of complexity to the situation. While Ladd's performance anchored the film, Palance's chilling portrayal of the villain captured significant attention and earned award recognition. Though Ladd never publicly expressed resentment, friends later suggested the experience left him conflicted. For an actor who had spent a lifetime overcoming physical insecurities and industry skepticism, the perception of being overshadowed was deeply felt. Yet Ladd's response remained characteristically quiet. He avoided public comparisons and rarely revisited the subject in interviews. Rather than diminishing Shane, this unspoken tension arguably contributed to the film's lasting power, proving that great art can emerge even from difficult collaborations. Final years and a quiet struggle. By the early 1960s, Alan Ladd's health had significantly declined. Chronic pain, emotional fatigue, and long-standing sleep disorders took a toll on both his body and spirit. Seeking rest, he spent time at his home in Palm Springs, hoping the calm environment would aid recovery. On January 29, 1964, Ladd was found unresponsive, having passed away quietly. Medical authorities ruled his death accidental, the result of a dangerous interaction between prescribed medications and alcohol. The news stunned Hollywood and fans alike. Ladd's struggles, largely hidden from public view, reflected a broader pattern of silent suffering common among stars of his era, many of whom lacked adequate support for mental and physical health. Remembering Alan Ladd's true legacy. Alan Ladd was laid to rest following a solemn service attended by family, friends, and admirers. Tributes focused not only on his achievements but on his kindness, professionalism, and quiet integrity. He left behind a secure estate, a devoted family, and a film legacy that continues to inspire. Shortly after his passing, The Carpetbaggers became a box office success, serving as a poignant reminder of his enduring screen presence. Today, Ladd is remembered not as a man defined by conflict, but as one who overcame adversity through perseverance and restraint. His career stands as a testament to the power of subtlety in performance and the lasting impact of dignity in an industry often driven by excess